This is the 1928 Gibson L-4. Removing the binding. It's not at all surprising that this would be easy to do right here, because of course this is end grain, and end grain is not very good at holding things glue-wise. You don't get a good glue joint with end grain. I see people sort of coming up with ways of questioning the veracity of that, but it is absolutely true. So when you see all that stuff, you really got to sort of understand the way glue, or the way that wood and glue are strong. And it's very easy to sort of get some misconceptions. That's not what I just let go. Let's see if we got something going on from this side. There we go. I do want to be looking at this mostly from the outside, because the thing I need to be most careful about is I don't want to mess up this finish. So we are just being very careful to sort of wedge this apart. Because this is a plastic being glued to a wood, there's never going to be a super strong bond. That was faster than I wanted. And you'll see like little bits of finish on here. That's just where Gibson has always done this with their binding, where they paint over it and then scrape it. And so you will always find on Gibsons, less so on here, but you will usually find on Gibsons a little lip in the finish. That's just because of how they do their binding. I'll also say my primary concern here is the guitar, the wood and the finish on it. I'll keep this binding if I can, but there's every chance I can't use it even if it does come off cleanly. And so we're going to not get hyper focused on the binding. Reasons it has to come off, and so it's coming off. Talked about that before, especially on the back here, where the mold is being built based on the top. So this back is far less of a concern. The back is far more likely to get some change to its shape, and that's okay. There's a loose spot there already. I can see some of the color from the vinegar making the dye run a little bit. Doing this on a plate, in this case a back, but a plate top or back that is already removed from the sides, it's much easier. This is much more pleasant. Did not expect to get this far this fast. I was finding this a bit more difficult. I was thinking about grabbing the vinegar again, but don't think I need it. There's two ways this might have been glued on before. My guess is the first of these, but there's a second way. So my guess is the way they did this is just used sort of some binding in an alcohol slurry. That was starting to get a little tough, so I'm going to see how we can do on this other side. Of course, the other way I could take this off is with heat. It is always an option. But I don't want to do that because, again, I don't want to risk this finish because it's too cool. And look, there's a chance this finish will need to be redone. I really don't want to, but if I have to, I will. Yep, there we go. New binding it is. Because I do not want to try to piece it back together. Yes, it is physically possible, but it's not what I want to do. And I wasn't putting any particular excessive pressure in there. Camera view of this is going to get kind of bad, but sorry, the guitar comes first. Now we're getting there. So if ever there was a guitar where that was not necessarily going to be the case, I suppose it would be this one. That went much faster than I expected.